Math 7, Lesson 4.14. This is solving two-step equations using decimals. So when we're solving two-step equations with decimals, it's similar to solving two-step equations with integers. So it's really no different than using whole numbers and negative numbers. First thing we want to do is to undo any addition or subtraction. Using the inverse operation. So again, what this means is if something is being added, then we subtract, and if it's being subtracted, then we add in order to get rid of it or move it to the other side. Next thing we want to do is if there's any multiplication or division, then we want to undo that. So undo multiplication. Or division. Again, using the inverse operation. And then we don't want to forget to line up the decimal points. This is really important when doing any adding or subtracting. And don't forget to pay really close attention to the negative and the positive signs. As you solve the two-step equations. So let's take a look at some examples of this. Number 1 is 12.6g minus 4.8 equals 33. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is anything being added or subtracted we want to undo first or move to the other side. So we're going to add 4.8 to both sides, because again, what we do to one side we have to do to the other. So now we have 12.6g equals 37.8 or 37 8/10. And then we want to get g by itself. So this is our variable, g. We want to get that by itself. It's being multiplied by 12.6, so we do the opposite, or the inverse operation, and we divide by 12.6 on both sides. And when we do the math on that, it will look, the answer will be g equals 3. And just as a reminder, how to divide this out, so it would be 12.6 divided into 37.8. We want to move this decimal place over 1 and this one over 1, and then do that division. And when we do that, it's going to come up with 3. Number 2, first thing that we're going to want to do is anything added or subtracted to our variable, which is this right here. It's being added, so we do the inverse operation, which is to subtract. So 4.1, we're subtracting from both sides. We're going to just leave this alone for right now. So we're subtracting that and we get 3.1. Okay, now anything multiplied or divided by our exponent, we want to do the inverse operation. So this is being 3.5, negative 3.5 is being divided. So we want to multiply negative 3.5. Make sure to take the sign with you when you're multiplying so you can get x by itself without any negative sign on it. We have to do the same to this side. So then we get x equals negative, because we're multiplying a negative by a positive, so x equals negative 10.85 or 10 and 85/100ths negative. Let's do a few more practice problems. Number 1, so we want to solve each equation for the variable. Number 1, we're going to start by subtracting 8.3 from both sides. And again, that's to get the variable, which is s, by itself. And so when we subtract this, we're going to get a 28.0 equals 4s. Divide 4 on both sides, and that gives us s equals 7. Let's take a look at number 4. Number 4, we want to get our variable by itself, which is j. Start with anything being added or subtracted to it, which is a negative 15. So we do the inverse operation in order to get j by itself. So we're going to have a negative 2.46j equals, and we have a negative 12.54 plus 15. So let's do it this way, 15.00 minus 12.54. It's going to be a 4, 9, 10, 6, 4, 2.46, and so that will be negative 2.46j equals 2.46. So we still want to get j by itself. It's being attached by negative 2.46 by multiplication. So we do the opposite or the inverse operation and divide both sides by negative 2.46. So those become 1j, which is just j, and it's j equals negative, or when we divide 2.46 by negative 2.46, we get a negative 1. So j equals negative 1. Let's take a look at number 5. So again, no matter that this looks a little complicated, you do all the same steps. And when you start to unfold it or start to do the steps, it will start to simplify it and it won't feel so scary to do. So again, we're looking at our variable, which is n, and anything added or subtracted we get rid of first. So we are going to subtract 4.3 on both sides. And that is going to leave us with 21.7 equals n over 6.4, 6 4/10. So we need to get n by itself, so we want to multiply both sides by 6 4/10. And so you're going to have 21.7 times 6.4. And that is going to give you n equals 138.88. So again, don't let the problem itself, the equation itself, intimidate you. Just do the steps that you know to do. Okay, now we're going to take a look at number 9. And again, combine like terms, then solve for the variable. And so on this one, you're going to see that you're going to have 4.3 r's here. You're going to have another r here. So you're going to have to simplify the term first and combine your like terms before you can solve. So I'm going to have 32.5 equals, if I have a 4.3r minus 1r, that's going to give me a 3.3r. plus 16. Now this looks more like equations that you're used to. So we just do the same thing that we've been doing. Subtract 16 from both sides. And you get 16.5 equals 3.3r. Divide both sides by 3.3. And you get r equals 5. And number 10, again, we have our variables right here that we have to combine. So you have a negative 1.5f and a negative f. So that is going to be, first let's write out this part of the equation, equals, that's going to be a negative 2.5f minus 8.12. And then we're going to add 8.12 to both sides. That's 16.24 equals negative 2.5f. Divide both sides by a negative 2.5. So we know our answer is going to be negative because you're dividing a positive by a negative number. So the answer is f equals negative 6.496.